Well, as most of the country springs forward early Sunday morning, there are some concerns to how the extended daylight saving time will affect businesses and how much this early time change is going to cost. Let's get some insight into all this from Greg Wallach, the president of LucySolutions.com. He's joining me, and his company offers some technical support for businesses. So welcome to you. Thanks for being here, Greg.
Thanks for having me.
Why make this time change early, Greg?
Well, the rationale behind it is energy savings. It's estimated that each day during daylight savings time, energy consumption is cut by about 1%. Plus, people really like an extra hour of sunlight.
Yeah, we do. We have to admit that. What about the hassle of this time change? Is this more of a problem for large businesses or small businesses?
I think it's a hassle for all businesses. What's going to be affected if your system time is off, it's going to affect all sorts of programs that you run, from financial applications all the way down to your calendar scheduling appointments.
So how prepared are businesses to handle this?
It depends on your IT department. Microsoft has sent out a lot of patching, but most people are hesitant to install anything they get in an email. We've been running around to all our different clients, making sure they're patched up, keeping strict notes, but we're letting everyone know, be aware that appointments over the next 3 weeks should be confirmed and reconfirmed.
Well, this is good business for you, certainly, but on average, how much do you think this is costing businesses?
I think it's going to cost businesses more than they're really going to save in the 3 weeks that we've moved it up.
Okay, and for those of us who may not be very tech savvy, and that would include me, what kinds of items should folks at home be concerned about updating?
You should be concerned about updating your operating system. You should also be concerned about updating your smartphones if you have a Trio or a BlackBerry device. Those all need new patching. Anything that's come out before 2005 absolutely must get patches from the manufacturers.
You know, I'm curious, Greg, because we've heard all of this in advance of it being compared to the Y2K situation where nothing really happened.
Sure.
Are you seeing analogies to that?
I'm not. I don't see anyone stocking up on supplies, taking cash out of the ATMs. I think the biggest hassle is going to be with travelers, especially international travelers. The rest of the world isn't switching their clocks until April. So it's not going to have such an effect, and the fear, we've been through it once with Y2K, I think people are trained now.
Okay. But you say it's a hassle, and there's no doubt it is. Isn't there any worst-case scenario you can envision when it comes to things like travel? I mean, if things aren't exactly precisely on time on that level, they're going to be big, huge trouble.
I see scenarios where people have time locks, security systems, where it won't let them in to where they need to go for about an hour. But I don't see any nightmare situations, planes falling out of the sky, things like that.
Well, we were hoping not, but the FAA and all that, of course, I mean, that's up to speed on all this. They have taken the precautions, and they've gotten these patches installed and taken every effort to make it all up sync?
Absolutely. The airlines have been vocal about their complaints, but they've done it. It's cost them millions of dollars, which is going to be passed on again to business travelers, but they have made the necessary adjustments. Okay,
Greg Wallach, president of LucySolutions.com. Sure you have a busy weekend ahead. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Simon says